Welcome to Wednesday Night Racing at Sim Racing Alliance, the home of North American ACC Sim Racing. Good evening, everyone. Tonight's action is a Division III race from historic Silverstone. I'm your host, Andrew Anderson. I'm joined in the booth here tonight by Jess Osborne and also Evan Kim.
Hello, hello.
Jess is bringing us a lot of on-the-track action tonight, and Evan's got his finger on the trigger for the picture-in-picture, bringing you all the close quarters battle and plenty of expert analysis. Let's move on and look at the sandbox our heroes are racing on tonight at historic Silverstone.
Oh, that was fast. There it is.
Got it. Well, historic Silverstone is was a World War II airfield in during World War II, and it's the current layout. Night was carved in 2011 or so, where they created the arena area that you'll see. That's where we have the farm, the village, the loop. Really popular. It's where they put the new pit building and all those beautiful luxury suites. That building that looks like a wing is much needed update and well received update to this track. I think the places we need to look at tonight are going to be Vale Corner, which is a slow left-hander leading into that whole complex, leading onto the pit straight. Pit straight for the Formula One guys, backstretch for us. And also in that new arena section, we're looking at the loop. That's the pinch point for the whole track. We're going to see a lot of action there because we go through a couple of fast corners, and that looks like the place everybody's going to want to pass, and it doesn't work out near as often as we think. So that's where the action's going to be.
Sure thing. On top, we got the thick boys with a hefty lead over P2, the Apex Hunters. P3, we have Team Atreides 2, Legally Blind Racing close behind, and Astral United driving the Audi this season, P5 with 301 points. A little bit of spread there amongst the leaders, but it's still early in the season. We got another halfway to go after the race tonight, so plenty of things can happen. Yeah, that midfield pack, they got plenty of opportunities to bump themselves up and make a name for themselves here in D3.
I think Austin Sawyer is the guy that's leading the points here. He'll be the man to beat tonight, I am afraid.
I am also afraid. I was watching a little bit of practice and I saw he had some of the highest recorded laps counted over everybody else in the server, as well as the best time. We have open practice with D2 and D3 drivers in the same server, and he had the fastest out of everybody, including those D2 drivers. So he's got the ticket. He's got some secret sauce on this track. I'd be looking out for him to take a win tonight and extend his lead, but we'll see.
So I
And
guess the
further
driver.
down, Daniel Gutierrez, another fast driver, and Dan Meyer also close behind, really picking up some steam here in our third season. Great to see him still hanging around with us. Robbie Toddy, right off the back of Dan Meyer. Ramon Lorenzo, and same story as the team standings. Throughout the whole field there, it's really close. Any little shakeup would be a massive change of positions at this point.
So at the moment, we have two groups that qualify as a Group 1 and a Group 2. Group 1 takes over the first 15 minutes of qualifying, and the Group 2 finishes off our half-hour session. So we're a little over halfway through Group 1 going through qualifying. They're circulating here, so they're laying down laps, and we're beginning to get a feel of what qualifying looks like. Looks like Dream has now we're back up and going here. So, anyways, I think while we have a few moments here, while drivers are uploading their laps and everybody's getting situated, I think let's talk about Silverstone and let's talk about British racing. I'm thinking that be good. I don't think a lot of people know the story here, but that we're at Silverstone, which hosted the very first Formula One race in 1950. And if you've seen pictures from that era, you'll see all the cars are of a certain color because motorsport was very internationalized at that time, and every nation kind of marked their cars with certain colors. And as the choices began to come off the board, France took blue first. So you always wonder why you watch Italy play soccer games. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you ever watch soccer, you see Italy always wears blue uniforms because blue is the sporting color of Italy. But France took blue off the board first, so Italy had to select a second color, and they chose you guessed it, they chose red. And so the Germans chose white, but later, as we got post-war or so, they wanted to lighten their cars, and so they stopped painting them. And so they ended up with aluminum or a sheet metal looking color, and that lends itself to the colors you still see on track today from Mercedes. They were the silver arrows. They didn't paint their cars, but they had white. It was their selected color. Now, Japan took white with red trim. Later on, Brazil took yellow. But that leads us because we're here at the home of the British GP here, Silverstone. So here's what we're really here to talk about here. We're here to talk about what did England do? Everybody else took all the bougie colors. Well, in the early days of motorsport, when all these colors started being selected, prior to the 1950 Formula One introduction at Silverstone, there was a national speed limit in England of 5 miles an hour. You couldn't race in England. So if you're going to have a race in Britain, you couldn't do it on the mainland. So you had to do it in Ireland. And so in honor of having to race in Ireland, British chose green. British
Huh.
British Racing Green was born. So every time you've seen Jim Clark in one of those green Lotuses, every time you've seen one of those green Aston Martins, even the Range Rovers, MGs, all those cars that are green, it has to do with Britain chose last, and they also couldn't race on the mainland, so they had to race in England, and thus British Racing Green is born. So they got a good one. I thought the Germans were great ending up with silver out of the whole thing. I thought that was a slick move. But but so anyways, and also we're here at Silverstone, just a kind of a hop, skip, and a jump from Donington where we raced last week. So we're still in the middle of England. It's a nice summer day here. It's 22 degrees ambient and 22 degrees on the track. So great conditions for these drivers to race on. They're the stars of the show tonight. We're just here bringing you what our stars are doing. And so Group 1, 2.5 minutes to go. So they've got about a lap and whatever's extra on that. And we're going to find out in Group 1 who's on pole. Right now, Quinzeros is Quinzeros was on a flyer, but he's lost it. Yep. Yep. We've got It's only going to get him a few places up here. It's not. That's, yeah, I think his. Swiss. Yeah, so 16 players here. From fifth on back, everybody's in the green. Everybody's on a flyer. Butler up 7/10. Go, son. We get a camera. There you go. Let's get a camera on Butler there. If he's up 7/10, that's going to put him P3 if he holds it up. Go, son. Put your foot through the firewall, son. There, that's the camera angle we want right there. There we go. Coming to the loop, coming to the loop. Get a good exit. Get a good exit, son. There you go. And he's still 7/10 up. He really needs 12/10. But he's got 7. He's got 8. He's got 8. You need 4, son. You need 4 clicks. You need 4 clicks. You got 1 click. Go on. Go on. He's 11 clicks. You need 1 click, son. Foot through the firewall, son. Go, go, go. Fly it apart. Fly it apart, son. Fly it apart. Eh. That's what we're looking for. And that's it. So that's what Group 1's going to shape up. Here we got camera on him.
Got it.
Well done. So 35 total runners tonight, 16 in Group 1, so that leaves us, my advanced mathematics workout, that's about 19 guys in Group 2 racing, most likely for overall pole, as this should be the faster of the 2 groups. They have 13 minutes. Oh yeah, they got more rubber down. The track's coming to them. They should start speeding up here. So we have 13 minutes left before they complete all their business. So we hear the commentator's booth here just polished off another Austrian energy drink. And we also polished off another half box of fig-flavored cookies named after a British physicist. We can't use the name of these companies because they don't advertise here. If they would advertise here, we'd be happy to announce their name and get them to the public. But they didn't pony up, and we got to get the SRA sales team calling on their people there. Our people need to call their people when they need to have lunch. So. Indeed. Well, the great part, we know that a good many of our racers here are going to be watching back the Twitch stream here. We want to say thank you to them for coming back this week after a rain out last week. This was supposed to be a bit of an off week, but they've come back in big numbers here. They are the stars of the show. Without them, we'd be nothing. So thanks to our competitors, they're gonna put on a great show. They're well prepared. It's gonna be a great race. And so for you guys that are watching this back, thank you very much. And we in the booth here are excited to see you. And we're just kind of giddy with emotion here, ready to watch you guys put on a show. We're just the bystanders. You guys are the show. Oh, I'm giddy all day. Yep, there it is right there. He's already on pole
Just
with it.
we got the stream saying that they can't hear me or you, but can hear Andrew just fine. I don't know.
Test, test, 1, 2. You can hear me now. All right. What about Discord?
Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. Thank you, chat. Appreciate that.
Very nice. So for everybody in the in Discord tonight, just drop us a line when you think we need to be doing a lot better job, or if there's any technical difficulties, or anything you want to hear. Just let us know.
Was it that way the whole time? Oh no.
I'm getting a message saying I'm getting a message here saying that Osborne's mic might have been muted. Hopefully it's fixed now.
It should be good now, yeah. I see in OBS the meter's going.
I think we're good. It wouldn't be a stream without some technical difficulties.
Of course, it's Twitch. A bunch of amateurs here.
There's
don't
a
even
lot
have
going under the hood.
sponsors.
Yeah, we're not professionals. We need to get paid if we want to step up the effort.
Yeah, I got a day job.
All good. We're back on track.
Very nice. 9.5 minutes left. We're kind of still at that point in the 15 minutes of qualifying for the group two guys here. We're still at that point. They're still laying down laps, and they're going to be getting faster. So we're kind of still just getting a general sense of where everybody's going to land. When we get down to a couple of laps to go, we're going to start getting serious watching these guys.
Yeah, I'm getting the general sense that Martin's about to get on the podium. He's up 9/10 on his previous best. And that's going to be good for a pretty good lap. Oh, little odd, little misstep right there.
14th through 19th, all a second up each.
P6, not bad. Still more time to improve. Oh, Mr. Flo, who's up a whole second right now. If he can bring this home, it would almost put him in the top 10. Toddy improves.
Absolutely.
And now followed by his teammate on an even bigger improvement. Now, this is not deja vu. These are teammates.
Only one Porsche in the group tonight.
Yeah, these guys are a bunch of cowards. Real men, real race car drivers. They drive real race cars, and Porsches are real race cars. You know what I mean? Like, not to be a snob or anything, but you know what I mean?
I hear you.
JB Ruzik, number 804 in the Porsche in Group 1, qualified 201 and .857. That looks like that's all the Farfignugan he could get out of that Porsche.
What a pretty livery, by the way.
Absolutely.
I was fortunate enough to drive in the Driver Swap Series race last night around, where was it? Indianapolis, in this livery, and oh man, feels good. Look good, feel good, drive good.
Yeah, I saw you guys on track. It looked beautiful. As we're getting beyond halfway through qualifying for Group 2, we're about to start seeing the business end of this group.
On his path is giving the business end of his Audi to this track right now, or his Aston Martin, excuse me.
It's Pavs up half a second.
Not quite enough for P1, but close. He's got time to gain more.
We've got green numbers all over the board. Coors up 7 clicks. Toddy up 1.3 clicks. That's going to move him up.
Way up.
Move him
Top
a
10
lot
up.
of spots.
A lot of spots. There we go. P6. Very nice, Toddy.
Very nice. Well done.
Well, let's move up ahead, further up in his lap, GTG, who's currently matching his previous best. But if he can improve at all, it's going to be good enough for P4. Oh, and it is. He's got P4 right now. A little. Oh, he's losing it. No, his little delta. Oh no, he had a 10th, and now he's back. Oh, he lost it. He was so close to getting P4. But let's go back to it's Pav, who, while I was looking away, gained even more time. He's up 7/10. He might take P1. I think he's got it. He's got P1.
Wow.
And right behind him, Lorenzo. I believe improving one position.
Man, 59.7. That is a fast time. For
Yes,
these
it
D3
is.
guys.
We got some fast D3.
These may not be the stars of tomorrow. These might be the stars of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gutierrez on a flyer. He's up 4 clicks. 4 clicks will get him practically on the
Maybe a
podium.
Yeah.
Toddy up 5 clicks.
He's on an invalid lap, though.
He sure is. Keep it between the lines, son.
Lorenzo was way up, but he just threw away his delta. He went off track.
So as we're getting here to the business end of qualifying, we probably should talk a little bit more about the track here. It's wide open. It looks wide open. And it looks like there's just...
Yeah, but it collapses so fast because it's sweeping fast corners.
And they're closing corners where you get through Maggots and Beckett's, and those are, before you get to Chapel, it just kind of closes up. And you get guys who are chasing each other, and they get on different speeds, and it closes up, and guys start coming together. Stowe Corner is a big wide sweeper. You could take about 4 different lines through it.
Yep.
And we start getting all kind of troubles. But I still say guys are going to get clean through Vale. That's where the big curb is at. I think that big curb's enough to scare everybody straight. I think that everybody's going to decide you can only go 1 wide through there. But right here where the 847 of Sawyer just went through, that is where it's all going to happen, because right there through the loop, it looks wide open and it's inviting, and especially D3 drivers are going to be at varying speeds coming out of the farm in the village there, especially village, and it's going to be everybody's going to think it's ripe for the taking. And you're going to try to move inside, and you're going to try to take that that inside line, and the guy that's on the outside is going to cut across, and we're going to see a lot of door banging there. I think we're going to see a lot of front of car to driver's side door banging there.
And with that,
never happens here.
Back P1.
He does. So we got 2 laps to go, guys. We got hot laps down in the midfield. The hot lap toward the front of the field. Toddy is up about 3 clicks, and
he was up more. Slipped away from him. He could have had another position or 2, but he does move up to P6.
Yep.
And his teammate is also improving massively right now. And that gave him 2 positions now.
I think we've seen from experience that Silverstone is a track that rubber bands a lot. Drivers can close up speeds here. It's a lot of passing, and drivers that are slow for 15 minutes all of a sudden start speeding up. As tires go away for somebody else, they get better for others. As fuel moves away, uh, uh, as it runs out, everybody changes here. And so I think it's going to be one of those don't go anywhere because everything could change in a minute. Because there's a lot of places to go off, and a lot of guys do go off. So I think that it's going to be it's going to be a bunch of yo-yoing tonight with these D3 drivers. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't miss it.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah.
miss this.
It will be fun. I don't know about you guys in our race, the D1 race. By the time the sun went down, race got a little bit longer. My tires started really falling off there towards the end.
Yep, you feel it.
It might not have had a large impact on my pace, but my comfort was absolutely shot.
Oh yeah,
I could
it was
feel
on edge the whole time.
the margin of error in those last 10 minutes went down to a razor. It was very sketchy and dangerous. And
yeah, one wrong input, I would have spun.
Oh yeah.
Here we go, guys. I'm gonna jump in here, guys, because we've got Pav is 7 clicks up on
Oh, boy.
pole. He could look at provisional pole here, guys. Sorry to do that, guys. We got action happening. We got somebody on a major flyer.
Oh, and he's holding it.
He's up.
He's got it.
He's coming through
He's gonna
Woodcote.
do it.
Here he comes. Here
He's
he
gonna
comes.
do it.
P1.
Yes, sir.
Pole.
And I don't think anybody's going to knock him now. No chance.
That is
Yeah, everybody's
provisional
down.
pole. Provisional pole about to be pole. Confirmed pole position. It's Pav.
Good job.
SRA Pole Award, sponsored by absolutely no one, goes to its Pav because the SRA sales team has been on vacation since forever.
Yep.
We gotta get us pole sponsored. We gotta get it. I mean,
Yeah, Fantasy
even
get
if
us
it's
up.
no, I would take an adult novelty company if I had to. We need a sponsor for that pole award. Not that there was any puns or any insinuation on that.
I wasn't going to touch that one.
There was nothing to be had in that whatsoever. This is a family show. But the makers of KY can call us at 1-800-SRA. All right, guys, we are rolling through the end of qualifying here. We're about to have our short break while guys go and get their thoughts together. They go get that last drink together. They go get their Austrian energy drink together.
Big stretch.
Yep, go stretch those out. Get your sim socks ready to go. That's a sponsor we need.
Sim socks?
Like these guys. I am familiar with the guys from Sim Socks, so I can actually talk about those guys. Good guys, good product. I use them. The grips on the heels are different for your left foot and right foot. It's perfect. So these guys we'll talk about here. Good product. So everybody's getting their Sim Socks on. We have 2.5 minutes while everybody's putting their thoughts together. They're making sure their setup is right. And if they're like me, they're looking at their fuel. And then they go back out of the screen from setup. You think about it for a couple of seconds. And you go say, wait a minute. Do I have enough fuel? You go back to your setup screen one more time.
Yep.
And you probably do that about 6 times because you're not sure you saw it right the last time. And you're not sure you're loaded in fuel.
Never trust my memory.
Absolutely right. So it was giving us a great look at the field here. As we get rolling off here, we're gonna count down the top 6 or 7 rows. We have 35 drivers, so we have 17.5 rows of cars. As we run down and see the BMWs, we see the Audis, we see Bentleys. All the great marks are here. So many McLarens deep in the field.
A lot of Astons too. Well, not a lot actually.
No, let's talk about Aston for a second. Especially they just got a little bit of a BOP adjustment by the governing body here. Well, Silverstone has corners that aren't exactly hairpins. It's not really a hairpin in the bunch. Even the loop's not a hairpin. And so the problem with the V8 twin turbo Aston Martin is once you come to a screeching halt, you can't get the car going again because you have to rev up the engine, you got to get the turbochargers going, and you just lose all your pace. Silverstone's not like that, guys. Silverstone doesn't really have that hairpin where you just bring all the revs to a screeching halt. So when it comes to speed, we have Astons on the front row. We have Astons everywhere. My pick is Astons are going to be really fast, and then not to mention our friends at Kudos just gave them a bit of a low rev uh, uh, BOP this week, so the Astons are going to be even better.
Oh, unfair.
So they've given them the a little boost because at places like Monza or places like at Red Fulvio at Monza, or if you have places like we were at last week at Donington, those hairpins, you have to spool up the drive there to get those Aston Martins going again, and you've lost all kind of pace. So here we go. Everybody's rolling off, as we mentioned last week in last week's race. This is my most exciting part. This is where everybody's getting a little nervous. They're all looking at each other. They're all wondering, have I ever been around that guy before? Who's behind me? Are these guys the kind of guys that like to go 3 wide? Or here, 4 wide? Are these the kind of guys that like to go jump people at the start? Do they dive bomb me?
Yeah,
this is
this is
where
a
you want to
very
go.
risky track to get scrappy.
This is where they wish they could go interview their mom and say, is he is he known
good
to
young
be a
man?
dive bomber? Yeah, is he a good boy?
Was he in Boy
Is he like
Scouts?
exactly. Yeah, is he gonna try to hurt me here in the first corner?
Is he a bully?
Yeah, did he beat anybody up, or was he like me? Is he the one that got beat up? So this is what everybody's going through. They're all looking in the mirror saying, hey, has that guy ever been behind me before? And if he did, what did he do to me last time? And I always get in front of somebody who last time I was in front of him always punted me in turn 1. So let's go. While we're going down Hanger Straight here, guys, let's count down the top 6 rows here. We've got starting 12th in the 6th row. We have a pair of Audis. We have Meyer and Sarver in 12th and 11th. We have row 5. We have Rodericks and Miller in BMWs. We have Jorby and Martin in row 4. We have BMW and we have Mercedes. Row 3, we have a McLaren and a Bentley with Clenzeris and Toddy. Row 2, getting closer to the front part of the grid here, we have Lorenzo and Gutierrez. And starting on the front row, Austin Sawyer, it's Pav on the pole, who won the pole award, sponsored by absolutely no one. There's the front row, that's the pointy end of the grid here. There's still single file waiting for the race director to hand control over to its Pav. You see them all warming their tires up. You got to have some
what
grip.
A full grid! Wow.
Look at that. They're still streaming onto the Hamilton Straight. I think it's a little early to give him a corner name, but it's another story there, isn't it?
A little soon.
So they're all...
Let him retire first. Jeez. Got some big britches to fill when you're active. And a name?
Yeah, let's let him at least finish up that career. Because you might want to name 2 corners after him. You never know.
True.
But here we go down the Wellington Street, guys. It's the last bit of calm, and they're about to get the word from the race director to bunch up double wide. Here we go, guys. Double wide. This is late for all this, guys. They got to bunch it up here. They're getting bunched up in the back.
Yeah, I hope
here we go.
Hope they're going slow. They don't really have a choice. Yeah, not a lot of time to get caught up. Look at he's hauling.
Yeah, here we go.
He's hauling. He's like, oh, wait for me.
Yeah, here
guys. Uh-oh.
Here we go,
Mr. Hill
left
missed
field,
his
Woodcote.
drive time. So he'll start from
Here
the
we go.
pits. So
Through
will Mr.
Woodcote,
Chang.
guys. They're bunched up like a bunch of green bananas here, guys. Here we go. They're on the national pit straight. They're looking at the gantry, guys. They're looking at the gantry. They're 69.999 kilometers per hour in Hitzpah's hands. He is controlling the field, guys. He's bringing them down slow. The turn. They're straightening out. He's got them under control, guys. And he's looking for a green flag.
Sawyer looks way out of position to me.
Yeah, they're
doesn't
not
look
lined
right
up behind
there.
him just right.
Green light. Give me
Hey,
light.
there's a green flag here, guys. Buckle up, Buttercup. Strap it on. Take us into turn 1, Jess.
Well, I'm very confused now. Yeah, I don't even know who's in the lead. I don't think the leaderboard, and now the leaderboard's updating. But yeah, the leaders make it through cleanly, and I'm not seeing any chaos right now. Anywhere along the field, I see one yellow flag in the back. But yeah, it looks like pretty clean right now. Everybody's just surviving the first 3 corners.
Great camera angles there. We're seeing the whole field. We got a battle for the lead. Into Stowe corner. Sawyer taking a look. Clean pass.
Gets the job done with more than a car length before the next braking zone. Got a way better run getting the inside.
What a beautiful start, guys. Only one car lagging behind. And he's not in any trouble at all. They're strung out, looking beautiful. We are off and racing, guys.
We have chaos. We have
There's-
chaos on the straight. Oh, it's still going.
Oh, slow down, guys.
What happened here?
Yellow flag.
So we're looking at the replay now. Oh, 3 cars do not go into one. That's not how that works. Oh, and the bowling ball.
That's gonna be big time damage for those guys there.
Yeah, that was a big crunch.
Oh, another yellow flag out for Ruzick
And Butler.
and Butler.
And Butler is off. He had a great qualifying run. Hill's on a yellow flag. Sky's on a yellow flag.
That is a real shame.
Let's see if we can watch everything get sorted out here on the cameras we have available to us. We'll see if we can bring you all the information we can. But those guys are all moving. They're a half a straightaway behind here, but they're moving. Hopefully with minimal amount of damages here, guys.
Oh, Flo having a moment.
Yep.
Getting a little scrappy with, who's that, Rodericks? Or Mayer?
That's Flo and Mayer.
Either way, they survive to do another lap. Oh, but I got to jump on Sarver, getting the inside of Miller right now. Better entry on the straight. Will he be able to tuck it ahead for the left-hander? Oh, more chaos with Wolfman, it looks like.
Wolfman and Boisenalt. Boisenalt's slow to get back on track there, falling way back.
Oh, but Sarver is braver on the brakes than Miller, who takes the outside and pulls ahead for P8.
Well, how's that for an opening stanza, guys?
A lot of position straightening there. So Gutierrez still has Sawyer in his sights, who is just barely managing to hold on to its path. But Lorenzo, he's getting feisty. He wants Gutierrez right now. It's right on
Here
board
we go,
with him.
hanger straight.
He does have the inside. And he tucks ahead. Job done.
You know, especially for the D3 race here, when you get ready to go into at the end of that straightaway, the back of that car wants to get really light right there. So a lot of guts to hang on to that one and hang it out there and make that pass stick.
Just saw an awesome move there from Durban Legacy.
Yeah.
Was in a drag race with another McLaren, hit him with the dummy move and sent it up the inside, made it stick. That was well done there from Durban.
Oh, Minzy spinning
Oh,
out.
More yellows.
Gurjar as well. Not ideal.
Look, he's got it pointed in the right direction. No harm, no foul.
Shackelford getting the move on Pirello, taking P15, but it's not done yet. Three-way battle right now with Coors in the mix. Oh, let's ride along.
That's a great angle there. The Bentley's got so much power on the straightaway. Watch him just pull away. Everybody getting through the farm there.
Yeah, something that Aston definitely does not have.
I think they're going to start calling this the Zhou Guanju corner after last week. I see no one ended up upside down on the other side of the tire barrier this week, so we're better off than the Formula One guys.
Thomas reeling in Pirello, just a 10th between them now. Oh, but I have got to move up ahead to this fight. Oh, Shackelford and Legacy. Making contact. Oh no.
Oh, there's some
no.
RG Bargy.
And the spin, the tag team pit maneuver on Pirello.
Yeah.
Not, as I said before, not ideal. And that cost him, looks like a grand total of 4 positions. But what I wanted to do was jump ahead to this 4 or 5-way fight for P7. It was getting real close here for a while.
Field's really beginning to stretch out now. We have cars at all corners of the track. Eighth through 13th. Everyone there is within a second of each other. They're strung out.
Not quite. We got a
Nose to
couple
tail.
gaps. Oh, but here's the important one. Sawyer, who's been battling Pav, reeled him in slowly now, within striking distance. Wonder if he's gonna make a move.
Is he thinking he has to make a move now? Is he thinking?
Probably not. You can keep like the gap behind from P3 and behind is just gonna be getting bigger.
Yep.
Pip, if we could see Flo and Rodriguez are battling out right now. But yeah, they like if their pace is pretty similar, they'd only really be hurting each other if Sawyer started sending it, unless he's really confident that he's faster. But if he feels like playing it safe, that would absolutely work because they could walk away from the rest of the pack.
Absolutely, and he can just sit there and kind of lurk around a little bit, kind of like watching Peter Lorre lurking around in Casablanca. You know, just kind of watching and seeing what everybody's doing and waiting for your time to make your move.
Oh, looks like McGinnis made a bad move sometime recently because he just lost 4 positions, bringing him down to P31.
I've got Chunk off the track as well.
Oh yeah,
he's got damage. Yeah, I think he's gone nose in there.
Is he gonna? Ooh, I was so nervous that a car was just gonna come around the corner and smack.
He has pulled off. The 848 is off track and he is in the pits, guys. I think he took some pretty heavy front end damage there.
Oh yeah. Well, we got a good 3-way battle brewing right now for P8. Oh, and Pirello having another moment. Yellow flag, just lost 4 positions. More to follow, probably.
It's too much action. I can't keep up with it all.
There's a lot happening. I'm trying. Trying to get the good bits.
Yeah, I'm ready for a virtual yellow flag so I can start over, guys. I just need everybody just slow down. McLaren, Bentley, Aston Martin, mid-engine, front engine, front engine.
Wolfman and Menzies going side by side.
Discretion, the better
Menzies
part of
nearly
valor.
getting rear-ended by a white McLaren. That was
paid
close.
for it.
Yeah, Burtis is charging. Oh yeah, we got it. Oh no! I jumped on the bonnet when I should have done the helicam. Oh, and so Wolfman gets spins himself around. And the McLarens live to fight another corner, going nearly off track. It is getting scrappy. Sloppy.
Little argy-bargy in the midfield
Just
here.
Just a little bit.
Now, everybody knows that argy-bargy is a French word for get off me, bro!
Argy-bargy.
Absolutely. Funny, I took 2 years of French. Never came up. Teacher, not a racing fan.
Oh, I looked away at the wrong moment. Aoki and Farrell fighting for P22 right now. Trading places. Oh, think it a little better of an exit. Late switchback.
They are arguing over real estate.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Wrong time.
You did that to him, you know.
I do. It's the curse. I lingered too long. Ooh, he's gonna send it. He's gonna send it. He sent it. Job done.
Well done, everybody. Professional race car driving right there, guys.
Let's go back to this three-way battle right now for P9. We're all within spitting distance of each other. Oh, Flo thought about it. Ooh, and Flo loses the rear end a little bit. Power slides through the apex. Not the fastest way around. Rodericks and Meyer also getting in the mix, making this a five-way battle.
Beginning to get dark. We haven't talked much about the weather change.
Oh yeah, it's
but
9
the
p.m.
temperature's already.
And it is
temperature's
cooler.
gone down.
Yeah, 3
So
degrees. Sorry, I keep talking over you.
Oh, it's all right. So yeah, it's gonna get colder, and these guys set their tires up for various temperatures.
Yeah, probably
So if
not
they
these
set those-
conditions though.
Yes, those pressures are getting lower, and these cars are going to start getting squirrely unless they thought ahead and set their tire pressures up for lower temperatures.
Oh, up
There's
the
your battle
inside.
there, guys.
Oh no!
Oh,
It was such a good move too. The door slams
Well
shut
recovered.
as a Bentley comes around his inside. Very close. Very chaotic.
he's still in the mix, but now he's got those two drivers behind right on him.
Yep, this is not the side of the mix that you want to be on.
All battling for the top 10 here, guys. Five-way battle.
In the back, Hill taking Pirello for P20.
Well, we're getting what we look for, guys. A lot of passing, a wide open track. And we've had a lot of contact because the corners are closing up on everyone. Everybody's looking at different speeds. Everybody's braking points are different. So we're kind of getting exactly what we thought we'd get. And this is why we showed up tonight.
The fight for P1 still remaining very calm. Sawyer staying within 5/10 of Pav this whole time, just biding his time.
I think he's watching. I don't think he's going to do anything until we get to the pit stops here.
Probably not. No need to. No need for drama.
You know, now conventional thinking says,
Oh, Shackelford gets
change.
spun. Might have been a rear, just a little bit of oversteer or a rear end tap, but that's going to lose him three positions. And we're about to go 3 wide for P9.
Oh boy.
Is popping off here. And Clinzeris does get the move done on Flo. And up ahead, Martin gets the move on Sarver for P7.
Great track for passing. That group there looks a lot like the Formula One race from last weekend.
Oh yeah, it was a very exciting race.
Now we're
Ooh,
10 minutes away.
Meyer's gonna fall off the back of this train now.
I think he'll be back. He's got plenty of speed. There you go. Now, conventional wisdom says we're about 9 minutes away from the pit window opening up, that you would take only 1 liter of fuel and don't change tires. But I think we saw last week in the Division 2 race that some guys chose to take a little more fuel. They started the race with less fuel so they could get away. They wanted to get away a little bit, and it paid off. I was very surprised. I won't say who did it and how much and why, because they let them keep their secrets there. But we saw some guys that didn't take. Ooh. There's too much action on the track.
Yeah, right.
So, what we're going to be watching for, now that we're kind of going to the next stanza of the race here, where we're looking at the pit window opening up, is
coming in way too hot. That looked like, what is it, Pirello or Aoki into Menzies?
It was Pirello and Menzies, and then Aoki, I think, got caught up in the whirlwind of those two spinning.
Oh, and he's still...
And Aoki
can't get his tires below him.
In the pits.
Oh, that must have been a big clunk then.
Yeah, he felt the need for speed, but he felt it at the wrong time. So everything, if we could get everything just to calm down just a little bit, guys.
Right.
Geez, you're too much action. You guys are putting on too good a show here.
Relax.
Absolutely.
On Miller losing a position in a second and a half, falling into the reaches of Flo.
Just behind those guys, Meyer just caught up Rodrigues to take P12 as well. This 5-car train, they've been shift swapping back and forth.
We've got the top half of the field within a half a track, and we're 20 minutes in here, so we've got a very competitive race. We've got competitive balance just right for who's in this race.
Oh yeah.
Well done to the guys that have the proprietary SRA rating system. They've done a great job on this one. So if anybody here is watching this race that's not an SRA member, check out what you're seeing here. This race, check out the D2 race, check out the D1 race. You'll see that everybody's where they're at. Everybody can have fun. This is a great place to come. A great place to come race. There's good guys here. Even these guys that are having a little argy-bargy, they're gonna have a virtual beer over it when they're, or depending on what kind of beverage they like. They're gonna have a virtual beverage over this one later on.
Not before I give them a stern talking to.
That's right. But
while you guys were talking, Michelli actually pulled off at the end of Beckett's there and also teleported to the pits. We have 2 cars sitting stationary out of the race already.
Well, that's a shame.
We're not even into the pit window yet.
Nobody said it'd be easy.
Oh, Silverstone looks easy, but it's everything but easy. You know, and right here at Cops, we haven't talked about this. This is in my pit notes. I completely whiffed on this part. This is not a track that is
Look at
is
all these
prone to have a lot of
Astons.
drive-throughs.
Look at all these green and blue Astons.
You know.
It's Pav and Sawyer navigating maybe their first blue flag, but
Yep.
surely a blue flag. Pretty cleanly. Sawyer remaining very patient. Stayed behind him the whole time.
Hey,
Burtis gets a little yellow flag for off track, but he's all right.
The only place we have a real problem with the risk of drive-through is at Cops Corner. You got to play that corner as close to the edge as possible, and as long as some people don't try to extend that for the fourth time, it should be all right. I don't expect any drive-through monsters tonight, but if there's going to be one, it's going to be from somebody who goes off there 4 times. Getting onto the Hamilton Straight there is a risk for it, but I don't think anybody's going to do it though. I think we're going to be clear of drive-through penalties tonight. But as we, I think that
we'll see when we do the pit stops. I think you might be a little too optimistic.
Well, we've got Pav and Sawyer still. I think they're the class of the field, but they're also driving those Aston Martins, which I think are the car to beat here at Silverstone. Twin turbo V8, little bit of buffing on the BOP from our friends at Kuno's. Thank you very much. I think you've made those cars even more powerful. Sawyer is playing it right. I think he's got the pace. I think he's got it in him. I think he's waiting for the pit stop. Why make a mess of it now?
It's true, but I think he
too.
might be getting a little impatient because I thought maybe it's just my graphic setting and the camera distance, but I thought I saw him flashing his lights.
You might be playing the long game here. Just conserve your tire. Oh, as I say that,
Thought about it. He wanted it.
he might be thinking conserve your tires and put as much pressure on the guy in front as you can and try to burn his out. So later on in the race, when it's time to pounce, he's got the tires to make it happen.
Long race. You don't think an hour's a long race, but hour's a long race for this stuff. That's when we always wonder why people go a little crazy on turn 1 there when we have a whole hour to sort this thing out.
Yeah.
And these guys have got 3 seconds on Lorenzo. Lorenzo's not going anywhere. And if these guys have any if they start arguing over territory, watch out.
Oh, and arguing over territory is exactly what's happening. 3 wide right now into a sandwich into left-hander. Clatters over the curb, understeers, slides into the other 2. Oh, and takes one of them out.
That's a sketchy spot to even fit 2 cars in. 3 is asking a little too much there.
Yep. I would show the replay, but I think we all saw it.
Wolfman, Channing, Casey, all 3 suffering under that one. That's one of those things. It's just experience. These are
Gotta know when to fold.
Yeah, these are still the stars of tomorrow, and they're going to do that this time, and they might not do that next time they go through there because it's just experience. Sim racing's a journey, and it takes a long time. So, for you D3 guys who are watching this stream back, it takes a long time. I've been doing it 25 years, and it's just a journey. I'm not fast, but it's a journey to learn how to know when to take that leap and when to sit and watch, which is why I've got my eyes on Sawyer here. I think he is played it cool, played it beyond his expected amount of experience here. He's dropped back a little, but I think he's got the pace. I think he's waiting for the pit stops.
Meanwhile, we're watching a very good fight between Hill and I think that's Boissonneau. Boissonneau eventually getting the better of it, pulling the gap. But that was very nice. The trading positions going side by side for a couple of corners there. Good stuff.
Under a minute to go here, so I've got my Texas Instruments BA35. I've got my IBM, B2000. I've got calculators ready. So we're going to start watching when guys start pulling in the pits. We're going to watch and see if guys start hammer timing for the overcut, or if these guys can get in and get out and undercut them.
Absolutely. And before all that happens, let's look first where the big shakeups were for the first stint. So Boissonneau gains 11 positions up to P19. Great job from him. An even better job right behind him, Hill, gaining 15 positions for P20. And Chaining gaining 13 positions. And everybody in front of them, mostly just a couple positions swapped. And from P27 down, it's a massacre. And now the pit's open.
Do we have takers the first time by? I say we do. Through Vale, through Club.
Well, it looks like our leaders are going to get one of the first grabs at it.
I think they passed. I'm sorry, we're on the. Yeah, oh, that's right.
No, they're halfway through their lap.
The pits are on the wrong side for the GT guys. Just in case y'all didn't realize, the Formula One guys are now on what used to be the back half of the track, where that new pit complex is at, and we're still pitting on the old section between Woodcote and Copse. And the leaders are heading through Luffield, heading through Woodcote. Now we'll see if anybody
flags.
dip in.
Lots of blue flags. How are you going to navigate this, Mr. Pav? By not pitting, because they did.
Right around them.
The blue flags pit. That makes it easy.
Well, I'll tell you, if you look at it now, he's got some more. He's got about 3 cars ahead of him here. And so he's about to be wide open. So if you're Pav or if you're Sawyer, you might want to stay out a little bit here, because
you pit, you very likely might get thrown into the meat grinder that's behind you. Toddy goes in the pits.
Right, look at the leaders, guys. There's nobody ahead of them. They got a whole straightaway. They got the whole hanger straight. So the strategy now, don't pit. Whatever you do, now you can make up time. And Sawyer, side by side here, he's looking outside. Is he going to try to make it stick? Nah, he's played it cool.
Just making his presence known.
Absolutely.
Letting him know.
These guys
don't slow down.
These guys need to pit the last possible opportunity here.
Yep. Unless Sawyer thinks he can get a solid undercut, which is very, like we said before. Well, it's not very risky. There's a big bubble. There's a big gap in the field behind him, but it is a risk that you don't really need to take.
It's a 30-second delta here. So if you look on the track map that we're able to see, I don't know if the viewers can see this, but we're looking at that. If you go 30 seconds back there, which is about a quarter of a track, it's maybe more than that, about 40 seconds back. If you go a little more than half a track, look at Grand Central Station back there. You come in and you just ended up, on the A train going to Harlem.
Roberta's having a big spin. We just missed it.
Yep. Yeah, switched over. Boissonneau side by side coming into the entry there.
Ooh, too hot. Yeah, 2 doesn't go into 1. Sorry, buddy. But what I wanted to take a look at is the time in pit. So Hill was in the pit for 1 minute and 22 seconds, which is, so he must have taken tires or done some repairs or something crazy. Toddy did a 40 seconds flat, as did Clinceris.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, and looks like ideal would be Sarver. He did a 37 seconds. Oh wait, that's not ideal. He had to have taken tires or something.
If you're 37 to 40 seconds.
I'm thinking time in pit is in the lane as well. Never mind. So yeah. So they got pretty clean pit stops off. As I was talking about Sarver, not clean there. What happened? What happened? Oh, whoa.
From the pit notes before the race, that is the loop, guys. It looks wide open. It looks like you can make that move with no problems at all, and it closes up in a second. The guy ahead can't really see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a vortex of danger.
Yeah, it is. And the line is to get way right and then cut across that curb. And everybody thinks you can just ride right up the inside and take that position.
Yeah, and it's not not that easy. You can't make a V-ish hairpin out of it. You gotta enter wide and then swoop back through it like the guy in front did. It's not the kind of place you want to pass on the inside.
Ooh, whoa. It's a parking lot.
Yeah, what happened here? Ooh, too much curb. He put his outside wheels over the sausage curb way too much.
It happens. That's a danger of that. Oh, we got our first penalty of the day. It's a stop and go 30. That sounds like
Yeah,
a.
it's gotta be speeding in the pit lane. So easy to do.
There are Smokies there watching, and he got ticketed. I think Buford T. Justice got him on that one, guys.
Oh, it's Pav Pitts. Let's see. Yeah,
That's early.
Yeah,
That's early, guys.
Who was he fighting? Yeah, so
Jobri's
Sawyer. Did Sawyer already pit? Yes,
he did. He's back.
Yeah, he pit before, so we got to see where he comes out, where Pav comes out in relation to him.
Too much action. We missed what we were looking for.
Sorry.
It's too much action.
All right, but I gotta watch. We're looking at a stationary car, but this is fighting for the lead right now.
Absolutely.
And he's been in the pit so long now. He's 50 seconds. Sawyer was in for. Wait, what's going on? For also 50. Oh, but okay. So Pavis had a longer stop for sure than Sawyer. So I expect he's gonna come out behind.
He took fuel. He was light on fuel.
Oh, and he's already well behind Sawyer. So it looks like Sawyer's gonna, once this pit window shakes up and settles down, he's gonna have a comfortable P1. Very nice.
I think we might have seen the race-winning move here, guys. Oh, he's 20. Let's see. I'm doing the math here, guys.
Oh, Lorenzo having a moment. Yellow flagged.
Yep. So Pav is what? He's 12. He's 20 seconds behind. Am I reading that right? He's 23 seconds behind.
About 15-ish behind Sawyer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong line.
Yep.
Got it.
Meanwhile, Toddy and Legacy having a great battle now for 3 corners now. A little bit of door. Oh, no. It was a little bit of contact, but that's enough to get the rear end squirrely where the McLaren had to overcorrect quite a bit, sending him off the curb. Stays alive, though.
Yeah, thank God there's some asphalt out there. Kept the drive under him.
Oh, boy.
There's
so
the loop
easy
again,
to do.
guys.
You put your tires off into the grass, and suddenly you're rotating right back onto the line, but not the direction you want to be going. Sorry, Legacy.
So we've seen pit strategy work and not work. We've seen guys at the loop.
Whoa,
we've seen
we have
cars
a
do
BMW
just that.
flying right off the track. Is that Roderick?
Cars
missing
left.
His braking zone quite a bit. And Thomas says, "All right, one more."
He's fallen into the clutches of the Bentley boys. We've had cars left. We've had cars right. We've had cars backward middle of the track. Our pits heads are falling off.
It's a madhouse.
It's just chaos down here, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Slow down. I think we missed something, boys.
We did.
Mr. Gutierrez, when did you become P1? When did that I thought Sawyer and
Where did Lorenzo go?
I'm so confused. When did Gutierrez become P1? Well, now Sawyer's taking it back, but yeah, I'm so confused. We got a fucking, pardon my language. We got a ninja in here. He snuck up on us like you wouldn't believe. Holy crap!
He was stealthy. He went for the undercut and pitted early.
Totally caught me by surprise. Did not notice at all.
Well, the other one in the bunch is Toddy. He's here now running third. He's up
Yeah, he came out
4
well
or
for the
5
pit stop.
positions. Yeah. So the undercut guys made it stick, didn't they? So the play was the undercut.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just Pav and Toddy made mistakes. I don't know, but yeah, Sawyer's back in command. He's back in P1. But yeah, certainly Gutierrez kept his nose clean, just not drawing any attention to himself.
So now we're going to find out who had pace. Can Pav make up? He's down 13 seconds or so, 13 seconds flat here.
Yep.
He's got 24 and a half minutes to find 13 seconds. Now the race is afoot, guys. Now we're got to find out who got pace. We've cleared pits. We've got a straight fight to the end for everybody that's on the track. Sawyer's got a half second and he's pulling away from Gutierrez little by little. I think he's got a little more pace. Then we got Toddy, who has found himself with good racecraft. He's found himself in a podium position. He's got Pav right behind him. That position may go away.
He'll get yellow flagged and getting passed by a bunch of people, almost going 3 wide into this corner. Yep. Jeez. 4-way battle for P19.
So we're entering the 4th stanza of the evening, guys. Out of 4 stanzas. we're just using an analogy here. Bentley's around and around.
Spins me right around, baby, right round. How did this even start? Oh, a lot of curb, oversteer. He kept a pin, didn't he? He had to. Yeah, he could have countersteered that. You kept it on the gas, didn't you? We see your sin. We know what you did last Wednesday.
You're nicked. Boissonnault is serving his stop and go. He'll lose some spots out of that. But he won't do it next week, though. So here we go. Pav and Toddy.
Fighting for position for P3.
Drive-through for Miller. There's our first catch of the day on the drive-through monster. I'll bet he went through cops a little wide one more time than he should have.
Evan, can you watch the fight right now between Flo and Miller?
Got it. I'm watching.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're getting tight. For a second, you could held up a piece of paper between their body panels.
Flo's looking. I've sneaked away and looked at a different camera here.
Oh, that was Miller going into serve his drive-through there.
Now, hold the phone here on Gutierrez. He's not going away.
Nope, he's holding on to Sawyer.
He's holding on.
Yeah, he's got the pace to fight for P1.
If he makes the podium and we do the interview, we got to ask him,
oh, yeah, I'm going to interrogate him. I'm going to go investigator mode. What happened there?
We'll interview his mom. Has he always been sneaky like that?
Well, let's see if he's if he got this position on track through ill-gotten driving or not. Are you a good boy?
Now
we're watching now.
Now, I'll tell you what. Now let's take a look back one position behind. Toddy is now only 8 seconds behind Gutierrez. Pav's right behind him. So we got a battle for first and second.
Oh yeah.
We got a battle for third and fourth. We have 2 one-on-ones going here, guys, and the second group is catching the first group. You know, in about 5 minutes, this might get interesting.
I don't know if this 8-second gap will get closed up in 5 minutes, but maybe in 10, maybe in 15. It might be a very close fight for the podium at the end.
That was 10 seconds not too long ago. Now it's 8.
Oh, good point.
keep an eye on that. I guess we need to check the chat here, guys, to see if anybody has been giving any critiques of our performance tonight, or people are looking for information we're not giving them. So if anybody wants to hop on chat and tell us what they think of the broadcast here, tell us if we need to step up our game.
All
we've got a pass.
Hardware improvements can go to my Cash App.
Absolutely, there it is. There's a pass for 3rd and 4th, guys.
Very clean move.
Well, it's well done by Toddy. There's racecraft and knowing how to get past by guys. Probably got a little more pace. He knew how to do it, survived it. Now he's staring down no problems. Their top 4. That's not so bad.
Yep.
Getting past by Pav is there's nothing to be ashamed of there. He's a fast driver, and so's Toddy. And so, but they knew how to do it. These are professional race drivers.
Yep. And it looks like all the leaders get by the blue flagged Audi without too much incident at all.
Absolutely. So Gutierrez.
He's got a run on Sawyer here.
Look at that. He's on the inside. Down the Wellington Straight. Look at that.
Got the inside.
Oh, we got a race, guys.
Oh, baby.
We got what we came for, guys. Gutierrez just dialed 411 and got the information he was looking for. You got to be old enough to know what that choke is. But he just dialed information and got it.
Was that where you could like ask a concierge just for information over the phone, like Ask Jeeves back in like the 90s? I forget.
That was the one. That's when you could dial for. It was called dialing for information.
Yeah,
so,
it was a different time. The internet over the phone.
He just dialed 411 and got what he was looking for. And Sawyer actually just went off track a little bit trying to chase him. So Sawyer, pressure is on. Now, son, what do you have left in you? You had the race in control, even though you were in second the whole first half of the lap. You had it under control. Now you don't. And Pav, under 6 seconds behind. He's chopped.
Oh, he's reeling it in, I think that delta will become 0 by the end of the race.
We're going to have a coming together, guys. We're going to have a confab of 3 guys.
The conjoining of cars.
Oh, we're going to have a confab. It's going to be a conference. A meeting of the minds there is. We'll find out if someone gets defenestrated right off the track.
I don't see any windows.
Well done. Nicely done. So, I'll tell you one thing we haven't mentioned. We do have a giveaway here in the booth tonight. We have a race weekend worn Nicholas Latifi hat. You can tell it's been race weekend worn.
Do we actually?
Well, it's been crushed in on the front side of the bill of the hat's been crushed in on both sides. The little Velcro thingy in the back's got a big dent in it, so good and well. It's a Nicholas Latifi race-worn weekend hat. So the 9th caller here to the commentary booth can win this Nicholas Latifi worn hat. Just dial 1-800-RED FLAG, and you can be the recipient of a Nicholas Latifi race weekend worn hat. Nah, it's all right, guys. I tried that phone number. It goes to a Motel 6 in El Segundo. There's nobody calling this booth. Hat's safe, guys.
Oh. For P22, Farrell getting around hill.
Gutierrez is absolutely pulling away.
Oh, wow. He just pulled out 9/10. Yeah, Sawyer, either Gutierrez is coming into his pace or Sawyer's losing it.
Did he set his
Gutierrez is going
up
faster.
Yeah, he set his tires up for the night. I'll bet he's 27.5 pressure, but he wasn't in the beginning of the race, but he is now. Everybody else set him up for 22 degrees. He set him up for 19 degrees in nighttime. He got better.
Yeah, and everybody
Pav
else
is
is
now only.
deteriorating worse.
Now, Pav's not really gaining on Gutierrez, but he's making it really interesting with Sawyer, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shackelford getting a little loose there.
So, we like to go ahead and make sure to run up and down the boards and make sure and take a look at all the drivers. So at this point, boy, the battle up front's been a little too interesting to do it tonight, guys.
There's a lot
Passes
happening.
for 27th place. McGinnis just takes a position. Sabolka with a yellow flag. He's dropping.
Oh,
769 is dropping
he's
down
off
the
track.
order. Yeah.
Oh, and wrong time to look away. Shackelford and Miller go side by side.
He just got Verstappen.
And also, Hill pulls ahead of Farrell. So I think these are teammates. One losing out and the other winning.
Hey, good stuff from Butler tonight. He had an unfortunate, some unfortunate contact earlier. He's 28th running, passing cars, 2 laps behind, but durability award to Butler tonight. Stick with it. Always keep racing.
McGinnis having an excursion. Back without incident. When Buenaso, I don't know, we're gonna have to ask you how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry, gets ahead of Coors. So yeah, now the race has really settled down and the gaps are really starting to increase. We now only have 2 pairs of drivers that are even close to a second within each other. Everybody else is blue flags. One of these fights is still Farrell on Hill.
Up front here, we've got Sawyer's gotten himself back to about a second or so back. Pav's still closing that gap. Toddy not going anywhere. But he's got to look in the mirror. He's only got 2 seconds ahead of Jobry. What a fun race. We knew this was going to be a good race.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks to the stars of the show, the drivers. You guys are the stars. We get to talk about it, but you guys are the stars of the evening. And thank you for putting on a show. In case you guys are watching this back, I think we said it again, but thanks for putting on a show for us. Thanks for all the prep work, because these guys they were all ready to go last week. They had to drop it. They had to go get the game face back on this week. That's hard to do. So they showed up, they put the game face on, and they're giving it everything they've got. And they're doing a great job.
Definitely. Looks like Sawyer Sawyer must be losing his tires or something. Excuse me, Gutierrez, because Sawyer has reeled him in all of a sudden real fast. He's all over him. He's about to push him through. He's flashing him. He's like, go faster, get out of the way.
They got 11.5 minutes to sort this out, guys.
11.5 minutes to sweat. That's what Sawyer's going to make Gutierrez do at this rate.
What's going through Gutierrez's mind right now?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
That's exactly it. And here we go. There goes to the farm.
And
here
now
we
they
go
got a blue
the
flag
loop.
up ahead to navigate while handling this battle. How easy is he going to make it? Oh, he stays on the racing line. Oh,
And
and that
cost him.
compromises Gutierrez enough that Sawyer tucks ahead.
We got a race. We know how it went when Gutierrez was out front. Now let's see how it happens when Sawyer's out front.
Well, this is music to Pav's ears. He just reeled in about a second of that delta at least. Less than 3 seconds now.
Our confab is shaping up nicely. Can you get three? Can you get three across the finish line at one time?
Very carefully.
How wide is it? Who's in fourth? Toddy's in fourth.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have quite enough time to reel in that gap either.
Heck, he may not have to. He might be in the catbird seat when those three cars are scattered somewhere halfway to Liverpool.
Maybe.
There's
Certainly
your
what he's hoping for.
Yeah, that's our defenestration of the evening. Might be these three cars punting each other halfway to Liverpool.
So that has to be a blue flagged McLaren behind him, right?
It is.
Yeah. Because Pav is a couple seconds behind. There he is.
Well, our top three drivers are going to end up being close enough to shake hands here in a few minutes, but I got a feeling they're not going to be shaking hands.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I haven't seen anything too naughty. I'm sure they're making it fun for each other. All consensual.
I think the shaking hands will be after the green flag, but probably not before the green flag.
So right now the only close battle still is Hill on Wolfman. That's Wolfman right in front of him. And they have a nearly into the back. Oh, he couldn't see the corner, so he turned in way too soon. That's not what he wants to happen.
Well, the Audi's got about 12 headlights.
Yeah, no excuse not to see. Look at how wide that beam is, too.
It's like a Starship Enterprise with their
Yeah, look at
with
that.
all the lights. Pretty car. Now, Pav is not closing up. He seems to be stagnated a little bit.
He's even falling behind.
Yeah, he's not getting there. Gutierrez is about one missed apex away from looking at the side panel of Sawyer's car.
Well, Lorenzo is about to look into the door of Shackelford.
We got to go back and figure out, because he was running in the top 3 or 4 there, and all of a sudden
Legacy is a big track cut. What happened here? Oh, missed his brake. That's all. Went off. Yep, that's fine. It happens.
Hey, this battle here with I think that's a blue. That's not blue flag car.
It's Lorenzo and Shackelford right now fighting for P14. Oh, and you hear those Audis buzzing away. It sounds like an angry beehive, doesn't it? We turn up the game audio so you can hear that. Lorenzo, how did you keep it on track just there?
What a save.
That was very, very close. Wow, wowee. What do you say to that? Wowee. I'm sure he just, yeah, Code Brown. Oh, and Boys to Know, losing out to Coors.
Boys to Know's got a problem.
What's
Boys
his
to Know
problem?
didn't pit. He didn't pit.
What? Oh, he
you're
didn't.
right.
Neither did McGinnis.
They are going to be disqualified, guys.
Surely they told him in the driver's briefing, right? Surely.
Yeah. Oh wait, hang on.
So look away, Lorenzo yellow flagged and he goes off track. That's gonna ruin his fight with Shackelford.
Gutierrez has closed that gap. There it is.
3/10.
Evan on the
P1
camera,
right
guys.
there.
Evan is a man with a itchy finger on the trigger on the camera. Pav's only a
Flo
couple
and Meyer
seconds
getting
behind.
into it for P9 or P8. Opening the pip. Fight for P21 getting spicy.
Hill has been stuck behind Wolfman for laps now and can't find a way past that big Bentley.
Let's go back to Flo and Meyer though. They got a half-second gap between them. Gutierrez just missed up a corner pretty bad. He's falling back to a second and a half now. Oh, and Flo too.
I've got eyes on the top 3 here. That confab might happen first between second and third before first and second.
Yeah, Pav is closing.
He may not. He may be too far back to win this thing.
He might be too far for a win, but P2 is right in his sights.
He's currently lapping faster than P2. He's just if he's got 2 laps to do it, he can.
Yeah. And they've got 2 laps and change here. So you're still 1 missed apex with Sawyer away. So son, if you're listening, don't miss that apex. And you got yourself a race win. And a well-deserved race win.
Absolutely. He had to fend it off from every direction actually. On track, undercuts, the whole shebang.
Uh-huh. And let's go back and think of the first part of the race here, where he just sat behind Pav. You don't have to beat him by 100 by half a track. You just have to finish first.
Yep.
And he sat there and he sat there, and he let the race come to him. So there's some contact in the back, but
yeah, Clint Saris and someone else. What happened here?
Too much curb and a half.
And then bang!
Oh.
That is tragic.
If we think about what Sawyer's done here, he sat, and I'm thinking for all the maybe the lesser experienced racers who are watching and listening on this one, he sat and he didn't treat it like I have to pass him and be in the lead on lap 8. He realized I only have to be in the lead after about lap 32. And he let it come to him. There was plenty of time for him to do what he had to do, and he played the long game, and it works. And he's done it. Actually, we're going to circulate about 29 times here tonight. But he made it work, and he just no hurry.
Now the question is if Pav can get around Gutierrez. He's stayed within arm's reach, but he hasn't found a way to make a move yet.
Catching is one thing, passing is another.
Yep.
There's not a lot of time left to do it. We got about 2 laps to go here.
And last lap, Pav was a half second faster than Sawyer, but he needs to be at least a second faster if he's going to make a run at it here. He's running out of time.
Yep.
And he's getting held up in the meantime. It's not going to happen, and I think we have crowned a race winner here. If he just keeps the shiny side up here, the pointing part pointing forward, I think Sawyer's done himself a big favor. Gutierrez, heck of a run.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Toddy comes out of nowhere. He's got plenty of room behind him, so he's got a solid 4th place run. Joe Brief followed 5th place run. We got 1:22 to go here, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, Miller getting yellow flagged, losing a position, and Meyer losing out, gaining a position on Clinzaris for P7. Oh, and Clinzaris might lose out to Flo too. Yeah, Flo goes right around the outside of him. Must have been a big moment for him. He's just getting settled again.
Oh, the fight at the front is close now.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sawyer had a moment. Sawyer goes very, very deep.
Half a second.
And that brings up Gutierrez and Pav. Now it is now a 3-way battle for P1 on 1, maybe 2 laps to go.
There's the confab, guys. We're all here.
You called
We're
it.
all here together.
I think the white flag's coming out when they come across the line. We'll have 1 more lap of racing to figure this one out.
Oh, can it be 3 wide across the finish?
We won't be so lucky.
Let me go pray right quick. Dear Lord, give us 3 wide across the finish.
but we are in time for one more lap.
This is the last one, guys. Through cops, one more time. Send it, boys. Put your foot through the firewall. If you're POV, fly it apart if you have to. You have to. If you're POV, you're full send. You got one shot. You're like Barney Fife. Take the bullet out of your front pocket, put it in the chamber.
Just send it.
Don't
Cleanly.
Don't shoot yourself.
Keep it on track, but send it.
Bob's got to run on Gutierrez. Going to send it here.
Get the inside. This is where he wants to be.
He's got to beat him to the next corner.
He's done it.
Pass. Hey, great job, everybody.
Bob's found himself with just one guy left to beat. Half a lap to do it.
He's got 8/10 to catch, and he's got half a lap, guys.
He's
He's off track.
Yeah, not the best exit.
Who cares if you're not getting to drive through? Who cares?
Oh my good lord! Did you see that blue flag?
Through Zhou Guan Yu corner. Through the village. One more time. Here comes the loop. One more time, everybody. Nobody's making a move here. Everybody's just trying to go as fast as they can. Put your foot through the firewall. Grip it. Grip it as hard as you can.
Gutierrez is so lucky that he beat that blue flag to the apex. Because if you saw on the right-hand side of the screen as they went into the right-hander,
Love field.
he came onto the racing line right after the apex. So close. He could have been taken out.
Wood coat. National pit straight. And fireworks. Fireworks are in the air, everybody.
What a race. What a race.
Oh, did we get lucky? We got lucky. I don't know who commentated the other races. I don't care. We did better than they did.
Durban Legacy getting yellow flagged, loses a position, and has come to a stop. He's not finished the race, though. Does he know this?
He's dropping.
Yeah, he's dropping positions. He hasn't finished.
Oh, no.
Where's he at here? Let's take a look.
I did my part.
He spun.
Yeah.
He spun. There it is. Let's see.
He sat there for quite a while. And now he's away. Only lost maybe a position or two, but yeah, now, so there are no more really close deltas. It looks like everybody's going to finish where they are now.
Yep. Coming across the line, that's GTG P4, Sarver P5, Meyer P6, Flo P7, Roderick's just crossed P8. Clint Zera is coming around. P9 finish for him.
Yep. Everyone else crossing the line.
Gavin Thomas in the BBC picking up a top 10.
Kyle Miller.
Kyle Miller, we saw him have a great race, finishing P11. Lorenzo, through all the drama, still puts together P12 for him.
Yep. We got a penalty and a drive-through in the mid pack here.
130. Ooh, T-bone. 130 seconds for McGinnis. That must be for the not pitting.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
That is the race.
He got that. Well, guys, that went by faster than a box of Oreos at my kid's house. Gee.
Well,
we just started a few minutes ago. We just got started.
I don't know if I'll pretty long for me, but let's get a quick little interview with our race winners. Let's get them in the cooldown room. And if you are a race winner and you hear us, I hope you're in a Discord voice channel. And we have Sawyer. Let's get him in here. Hey, Austin, great job. Great drive. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it was a sweaty one, that's for sure. It was really good fights at the top. I think we're all within like a second for like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy how close it all came together at the end.
Really fun.
Any particularly interesting moments from your point of view, other than the battles at the end?
I had this 1 second of snap. I'm trying to find it, but I lost like a good second and a half. I would have like coasted to the end, but it made it interesting. Yeah. I
That
don't know
was
how I
great.
saved it. I don't know how I saved it. I'm trying to find it, but
Well, I want to know what you were thinking. The first half of the race, you stayed behind Pav. You never
yeah.
really made a move there, and we
Nah, I
were
was just
sitting.
saving tires. Yeah, I was just saving tires.
Oh, yes, that's what we were hoping.
Right.
Because
I mean,
we.
I had like fastest lap on him, and like he's really fast for sure. Like I would make a mistake here and there, and just kind of put like I don't know pressure on him.
Mhm.
But he must have had a slow pit stop too, because for some reason I had like a 7-second control lock. I don't know if I hit my ignition too early, but
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, you're seeing the same thing we saw. That we were gambling. We were guessing that you were doing just that. That you figured it was a long race, and that you had the pace, and you were just saving it, and that you figured that if
Yeah,
you were going to beat, if he's going to beat somebody, he's going to do it at the end. So, sweet.
for sure. That was fun. It definitely got a lot colder, and my tires were like in like 26.5s on the rights, so I was a little scared. Definitely didn't have the grip to the end, but whatever.
That's another
That's-
question we were wondering is what's everybody's tire pressures look like as it got colder.
Yeah, laps were fine. Just my front, right, and front back. Front right back were like a good PSI off. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to simulate it, like unless you do like an hour-long race at night. But
Oh, we think you did a great job of seeing an hour-long race. It was just that's fantastic. It was fun
yeah,
to watch.
appreciate
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys for commenting. That was really fun.
You did it right, and that was
Yeah, I
an
don't know. I
absolutely pleasure to
think
watch.
I don't know. I mean, there was this one part where I think I overtook Gutierrez because we like got pushed wide. It was like coming up on F1 corner, so I don't know if that was kosher or not, but you know, it was a great fight for him. We'd have to definitely take a look at that. But other than that, it was fun.
It was a pleasure watching. We got to talk to Gutierrez and find out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, give them props. Like both of them, Pav and Gutierrez had a killer race.
Oh, yeah.
So hats off to them.
He came from nowhere, so
Yeah, how far back was Pav?
he ended up right behind you guys.
Well, like,
he
after the
out of the
pits,
pits. I think
yeah,
he
he was-
had a 8-second gap, and he closed it
Yeah,
down.
he closed it. He was fighting. He had probably good pressures, but go talk to them.
Yeah.
I'll get to you guys later.
A great race, smart drive, well earned. Good job.
For sure.
Yep.
For
See you
sure.
next
Catch you guys
week.
later. Thanks.
You got it.
All right, so let's find Gutierrez and Pav. I've been looking for him. I can't find him, though.
Oh, I think they're hiding.
Also, Durban Legacy, I see you asking in chat why you lost positions, and I think it's because you probably saw that it was the final lap, and you thought that you had crossed it and finished it, but I think you had one more lap to go. So sorry about that, man. But you got to go until the guy in your ear says, "Great job," blah blah blah.
Well, it looks like our other podium finishers might have started the celebrations already. And oh, never mind. Here we go. Here's Pav. Mr. Pav, great
Hey,
race
congrats.
Thank you.
from you. Man, you had a big gap coming out of the pits, and you closed it all the way down. We saw you coming, and we figured he's gonna make it happen there in those last couple of laps, and you really did. That was awesome, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that was that's what happens, I guess, when you take tires, because I always do.
Oh, you took tires.
I always take tires. I just try to make my life a little bit easier, but it looks like not taking tires also pays off. So good job on P1 and P3.
Well, it's interesting because another 0.8 of a second, and, and it would have been a different story.
Oh man,
That was fun to watch.
thank you.
Very.
Yeah,
Oh,
you came out 10 seconds behind, and we noticed the pit stop was a little slow, and we didn't know if you had started off with less fuel so you could be faster because you're in the front. And we thought maybe you took less fuel so you could get further out, which I guess you did. If you're taking tires, you took less fuel. So anyways, we didn't know we didn't expect you were taking tires as well. Very very interesting to watch because you shut down 10 seconds on the field. Wow.
Yep. It was crazy.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it was. I did take a slightly less fuel on my second pit stop. I usually just kind of split it in half and just pair it with tires.
Yeah.
And I saw P1 after being like 15 or something seconds ahead. I'm like, oh man, I hope he didn't take tires.
Yeah, I don't think they took tires, and you shut it down. I think another 2 laps, and
I was
it might
thinking
have
the same thing. I was
you
thinking
needed
the same
it.
thing.
You needed to, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Interesting on the strategy there. You never know. You get a track that has more degradation than this one because Silverstone doesn't have a lot. You might be in serious business with that.
Yeah, that last lunge on P2, just just the tires really did help me on that exit out of Magus and Begets, and I got it done. So a few more laps, like you said, and maybe P1, but it was a good job, good effort on everyone else's part.
Well, I think you guys put together a fantastic show. Y'all were very professional, fun to watch. I think that those who are going to watch this, who watched live, and those who watched are going to be watching the stream back, are gonna really enjoy seeing, especially what the podium finishers did, because y'all put it together the way it's supposed to be done. And congrats and thanks for being the star of the show.
Appreciate that.
Yep. See you next week, man.
See ya.
And that finish is gonna put
Yeah.
him way higher in the standings.
Oh yeah.
And do
Yeah,
we have
this
our
is-
P3 finisher?
I cannot find Mr. Gutierrez, so he might be already celebrating.
Yeah, he earned it.
He really did. Great race from him as well. And all of those top 3 podium finishers really did put on a show tonight. That was really fun to watch. I usually stream the D2 races. It's the first time watching the D3 guys. They've been hyped up and they really lived up to it. That was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh yeah, that was great. I'm looking forward to next week's too. But if
Hey,
we don't, go ahead.
Just before we hop out here, I found Daniel in the main chat here, and I just said, "Hey, come join us."
All right.
So we'll see. Before we sign off here, we'll see if we can see if we can see if we can find Daniel real fast. We'll give him a second before we head into the celebration for the rest of the night. Let's see. I don't see him hopping on here.
While we got a
2
little bit of
seconds.
downtime here, I'll go ahead and put the link to our Discord in the chat. If you're interested in some close ACC racing like you saw here tonight, join the Discord and get involved. We'll pair you up with a teammate. You can run on Wednesday nights for our D2 and D3 races. Or if you're really fast, D1 races are Tuesday nights. We'll be back again next week. We got Laguna Seca next on the schedule, a track that is historic, iconic, brings a lot of great racing. I'm excited
Oh
to
yeah.
be there next week and to watch these guys duke it out like they did tonight there as well. But not finding Mr. Gutierrez here, so he might be out for the night.
Yeah.
Take a shower, pop the champagne, pop the beer in the shower, do what you got to do to let loose. He was under pressure and putting on pressure for an hour straight there. That was awesome.
I think I've exhausted everything I've got tonight, so
Me
I'll let
too.
you guys take us home, guys.
Well, thanks for joining, everybody. This has been Sim Racing Alliance, week 4 for our Division 3 Wednesday night series. Like I said, we got 4 races left in the season. Next one up is next week, Laguna Seca. Tune in, watch some fun, have some fun, and get involved. We'll be here again.
Yes, sir. See you next week.